Welcome to the Fantasy Football Show. I'm your man, Smitty. This is a Week 7 recap show where I'm going to break down all of the Week 7 injuries, exciting notes, players that did well, players that underperformed, a couple buy lows and sell highs. Let's break it down.
Intro.
You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome back, DJ Moore. Probably my most, my favorite go-get player heading into Week 7 that was in that, like, flex or low-end wide receiver 2 range, and boy did he pop off. The buy low window is closed for him. DJ Moore, 4 of 5 for 93 yards and a pair of touchdowns, as said on screen. Now, I didn't love his draft value. A lot of people were taking him at like 2.12 and 3.04, and I said stay away, and he slumped. And the past couple weeks I've been on the go get him low train, because he's been able to be had for a flex or lower type value, especially when you package him into a 2-for-1 deal. You sell a bigger name player, you get back a running back you quietly like as good as the running back, let's say you're giving up, and you get DJ Moore thrown in for free. Congratulations to everybody who traded for this guy on the cheap. And I think he'll continue to do well all year. He has definite wide receiver 2 appeal moving forward. Swift kind of disappointed in Week 7. He started off looking pretty good, got a touchdown, but finished with 27 yards, 1 TD. Not a great performance, but I still have hope that he could be a really good running back too moving forward. But I think people got a little excited about him, and we all needed to curb our enthusiasm a little bit heading into this game. And I think we were met with a hard case of reality that Detroit doesn't know how to make elite running backs very easily, but maybe he can definitely be their next big name guy. We'll see. Take a very cautious approach if you're going to go and trade for Swift, but after this game, he might be attainable at a reasonable price in a package deal. Next up would be Antonio Gibson. The man ran 20 times, finally getting the workload. We knew he'd explode the moment he got like 15, 18, 20 carries, 128 and a touchdown. I fully expect Washington to lean on him moving forward. They got a good heavy taste of what this guy can do, and now you can expect them to continue to feed him the rock, and I think he's a really good running back too moving forward. Congrats to all of you who hung strong and waited on the dude. Kenny Golladay. I got a couple emails before halftime. Smitty, what's wrong with Kenny Golladay? And if you're watching this and that was you, there was a few of you. Don't worry. I get it. You're upset. You're frustrated. Your players aren't doing good in one half or a quarter of football. And you DM me like so many DM'd me during Week 1 with A.J. Brown. During Week 1 when DK Metcalf dropped that touchdown pass early in Week 1. Oh my God, bust of the year, right? No, DK's been amazing. Golladay will be amazing and was amazing in the end. Sum total, 4 quarters go by. The guy finishes with 6 receptions for 7 on 7 targets for 114 yards. Would I like him to score touchdowns? Yeah, I would. I would like more out of that category, but definitely feel like Kenny Golladay, I don't know if you could even buy him low anymore, but was a great buy low heading into Week 7. And I think the touchdowns will be there. But I expect wide receiver 1 numbers as long as he can stay healthy and on the field. Next up, Zeke Elliott. Time to maybe hit the panic button. And I hate to say this because...
Red alert.
Panic button. I love Zeke Elliott. And I kind of thought that he'd be fed a ton and would benefit from Dak going down. Not in efficiency, but volume. And we weren't seeing the volume necessarily there for Zeke before Dak went down. And I thought maybe this would shake things up. But losing Dalton, now we don't know what the hell's going on at the quarterback position. We don't know what the hell's going on with this offense in general. And I'm not going to sell low, but I'm certainly not as high on trading low on Elliott as I was a few weeks back and even heading into last week. We adapt and adjust in fantasy football. I'm kind of doing that here, although it depends on what... did Godwin score? Godwin finally scored a touchdown. Now, we do need Mike Evans to step up. I'm watching these games, these afternoon games, as I'm doing this. Godwin. Touchdown Godwin. Brady tearing it up. Brady's too old. That noodle arm's looking pretty good right now, isn't it? That noodle arm, Smitty, he can't throw. He's got a noodle arm. Tom Brady's garbage. Garbage. Tom Brady's dropping loads again, and don't expect anything to change once he gets Antonio Brown. Best wide receiver crew ever. Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Godwin. Don't hate on Mike Evans. He's banged up right now. I don't know what to expect from Evans moving forward. We adjust and adapt there as well. Will he be healthy all year? I don't know what's going on with him. But I do know that if healthy, he will be a big time, probably the best red zone target for Tom Brady. So buy low if the price is right on him. As for Elliott, depends on the offer, depends on how low you can buy, depends on if you need a spark. Maybe you're out of it anyway and you need a home run. Then he would be worth going and getting. But it's tough to say if he will rebound. Make sure you get Pollard and Zeke together. But Zeke doesn't look good. The 2 fumbles last week, causing a turnover this week. I don't know what to think. I'm on the fence whether I think it's going to work out for him in the end. Like, I smell disappointment, a little bit of disappointment here, and this whole team is in shambles. So tread lightly. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Smitty, Aaron Rodgers has a noodle arm. He's garbage, Smitty. Well, guess what? All of you that drafted A-Rod, like you were told in the 9-10 round range, even if you took another quarterback above him, trade bait, quarterback dilemma, in a good way, it's paying off. And I got so many emails last week. Let me put Davante Adams on screen too, because a lot of the emails had to do with him. Is Adams okay? He has one bad week and everybody's freaking out about Davante Adams. Oh my God, do we trade Adams? Is Adams going to bounce back? 1 week! Look what Adams did. 13 catches off 16 targets, 196, 2 TDs. A-Rod dropping 283 and 4 in his sleep. This team is lit. Even without Aaron Jones. More of the same coming for you in the next, the next half of the season. Baker, maybe Maker? I don't know. 22 for 28, 297 and 5 TDs. Pretty impressive for Baker. I'm not buying into him being a top 7 quarterback or anything, but in 2 QB leagues, I accidentally auto-drafted him in a super flex league, and I'm not feeling too bad about it now, but we'll see what happens with Baker. We don't know Maker. Diontae Johnson, this is my take a lap moment.
Take a lap.
I definitely deserve that because I was asked a ton of times. I can't get everything right. I'm a human being, damn it. But I got asked a ton of times this week, do I bench big name player for Diontae? And my negative reaction to that may have got the better of me. And I said, why on earth would you consider benching this big name player? Look at this touchdown. Look at that one. Chargers. Herbert looking good. His future is bright. 28, or it's going to be 29-29 after this extra point in the third quarter. Pat Mayo will have the recap of the afternoon games, or at least the ending of them. I'm doing the morning game recap. And make sure you watch Pat Mayo's recap and all the shows he's got cooked up and ready for you. Or was I? Diontae, my fault, my bad. I don't get everything right. Diontae looked really good. Amazing that Claypool vanished. I thought for sure Big Ben was going to laser lock on Claypool moving forward. Further evidence that we don't really know what the hell's going on there, but they're going to keep winning games, producing points. But congrats to all of you who trusted your gut, hung tough with Diontae. He got hurt though. We'll figure out, as the week unfolds how hurt he is or if he's even that banged up. Josh Allen. Important note for those of you ready to jump ship on Josh Allen. You're done. I'm out of here, Smitty. He's no longer the GOAT. He was the GOAT a couple weeks ago. Now he's not the GOAT. Aaron Rodgers didn't have his best game last week. Adams didn't have his best game last week. But guess what? They bounce back. Studs bounce back. And if you exclude week 7, weeks 1 through 6. Guess how many touchdowns Josh Allen was on pace for? 40 plus touchdowns on the year if you account for just weeks 1 through 6 and extrapolate that out. Calm down. Buy low. You lost Dak. Buy low. I think this is a great buy low opportunity. And look at this man right here. 11 of 13, 101 and a score. I'm liking me some Tyler Boyd moving forward. This might be a wide receiver too. Now, Odell Beckham Jr. suffered a very serious knee injury. We will find out more on that. Let me just make sure there aren't any other things I want to touch on. Jeff Wilson got hurt and was having a monster game, 3 touchdowns, so he's out. Take him out of your week 8 waiver wire grab. Odell Beckham Jr., I would guess he's done for the year based on the initial reports, but let me pull up the Odell news live. We're doing it live. NFL Network reporting that Odell suffered a major knee injury. We knew that exiting week 7. Beckham went down in pain. I don't think he's coming back. So that's a shame. But I'll have your week 8 waiver wire grabs, your week 8 buy lows, all of it at smitty1.com, which is right here. And sleeperu.com is where you get my content, my bold predictions, and heysmitty.com is where you can order a phone call from me and we can talk on the phone. Order it. Let's talk about your week 8 lineups, trade advice, whatever, dynasty. I'm here for you. But I'll have all your waiver wire and buy low, sell highs on smitty1.com probably tonight and tomorrow. So I will see you there. I'm watching this game out of the corner of my eye. I'm waiting for Clyde Edwards-Helaire to get another touchdown run. I need it. I want it. I know you do too. I'll talk to you guys later.
You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.